Hi guys, it's me Karen. Welcome back to my channel, and we are doing part 4 of the Animal Wonderland special from Coloring Haven, and we're doing this page here, and we're going to start today with this chicken. It's been kind of bugging me a little bit about the picture. Now, bunny size to frog size, okay. Chick to hen, maybe okay. But mice are, different size, and that bee is just huge. So what I'm going to do is add a little pink to the top of this and a little brown to the bottom of this and blend it a little together to make it look more, instead of a chicken, more of a dish. Just because my head keeps going back and forth saying it should have been a dish and not the mom chick. But this way, if I do it and get it done correctly, you can either think of it as the mother chick or a dish. Yeah, I know. I'm being a little silly, but that's the way it goes. So we're just going to add a little bit of the pink, which is the crimson, into the chicken, not chick, because the little ones are the chick. Up here. Okay, just giving it a hue of the pink color. I need to get a little more of that on my palette here. And if you followed 1, 2, and 3, you know that this little palette is a piece of a cutting board cut up into my size from the Dollar Tree. It has a shiny side on it and a flat side which has some texture, and that is what I'm using to put my color down on. And a little on her cheek. Okay, like I said, just a little pink in here. Just the watered down color, and then we will add a little brown, which is saddle brown here, into the pink down below. That will slightly blend all the colors together there. Whoa, got a little much there. There we go. And we'll let that dry. That's not going to bug me as much. Okay. We are going to work on the teacups also on this shelf. We might as well get those taken care of. We have green dishes here, blue dishes, beige dishes. Problem is I don't want to do a beige right behind a beige chick. So, guess I could do them pink-ish. I don't want too much blue on here, so we'll pick up some of that pink. Okay, and this one up here. And since we're doing those in pink, we have to get it in these areas here. Because the cup goes up there. Okay. And then we'll do pink plates too, I guess. Saucers, whatever you want to call these. Okay. And we do have to figure out about that fruit up there. And we're going to, this jar is going to have a little black label going around it, but we have to do the jars. They're going to have a little gray, a little white, a little see-through color, blah, blah, blah. Not exactly sure how I'm going to do that, but we're going to attempt it. So let's see. I'm going to type in a Google here, glass jar, and see what they kind of look like with a black background. Jar. Maybe we'll come up with a black background, I don't know. Just hit that and then hit images and see what we get. It's mostly going to be reflective of white, so we're going to have to get out some grays here. Okay, what do we got in my color selection in the grays? Inktense in grays is not big. We have a natural gray, a neutral gray, that'll probably work. Pretty sure I already have black out on my counter. My desk. It should be desk. I don't see any other. Got charcoal gray. Just gonna pull those out. Nope, that's it. All right, then we'll pull out a sheet of paper and test these grays. So this one is the neutral gray, this one is the charcoal gray, and then I have one of these grays out here on my desk, and I have to find it. Where? By the time I find it, I'm going to forget what those are, and that is Paynes Grey. Okay, so that one is dark. That one has more of a green, that's a purple. And this is a blue. So, what color do I want? I think I'll go with the green. So, it's not the Paynes Grey. I think it was the charcoal. Let's double check. Yep, it's the charcoal. So we'll use the charcoal one and put that away. And when we're doing this, now that I messed up this whole paper on the other side, I'm going to sharpen this up a little bit. Usually I let them stay pretty dull because you can use them all the way down to the nub, and why waste the color by sharpening them? But I have to use this as a kind of a sharp point on these. I think we're going to start, then I'm going to get you down on these jars up here. Okay, so we're going to have kind of a reflection there. Kind of around the rim. Tiny bit here on the side. A bit on the other side. Just not much of the coloring, but a little bit to give you the idea of how thick the jar is. And we're going to do this on the bunny cup too. Okay, I'm on a roll, so I might as well just do that down here. And if it doesn't turn out, at least they'll all look the same, right? Put a little down here on this one. And down here. Okay. Definitely gonna get out a little sheet of paper here. Yep, sheet of paper. I'm so sorry. It's a washcloth. When I activate this, I want to have something to dry it off on. Just gonna kind of pull a little of that out. Okay. Down here. And then this one. Well, that one didn't turn out terribly well, but that's okay. I'm going to do some highlighting with white on these, so cup ones. We're going to go in with a little Posca. Yeah, Posca. Wherever it is. Here we go. Well, I don't know if that's it. This one. One of these has got some Posca in it. Let's see which one. That one is okay. So then we'll add in just some highlights there. We have to color those before I do that. Just some white in like that. It's still a little wet. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, we'll just move on to this one over here. Okay, we'll wait for that one to dry. We're going to do that with a lot of stuff, go in with the Posca, but like the apples, we're going to give them a little extra shine here. And such like that, but we'll do that later. I've got to figure out these little things here. I guess we'll make them cherries. So we'll get our little plastic sheet here, and we have the crimson up here in the corner that we can color those in with. Now I'm just touching the corner or the tip of that and then leaning the brush backwards to shade that out. Oh, I forgot to do the rabbit one. I have to do that too. That'll be good for right now. And let's do the glass the bunnies in. Cross your fingers. 'Cause I'm certainly crossing mine. I'm gonna let that dry before we, let's see, that was the charcoal, wasn't it? See if I can find that again on my desk. Yeah, I just used it. Here it is. So I'm going to put a little of that on this sheet right here. Just a little touch here. Going to pull that down a little on these. There we go. Then when we add the white, that will look a little bit better. Okay, what else do we need to do besides the wood? I know, you're all yelling, the wood, the wood. I make these little biscuits, so we're going to go in with the saddle brown and some white. I know I have some saddle brown on here somewhere. And try to make these kind of like biscuit colors. Biscuits for your tea. Okay. Can do that with pencils, so I'm not going to worry about that one. I have to bring these lines up into this area here to make it look more like it's a crochet doily. This one I'm leaving as a more like a Battenberg type lace. And we have leaves to do. Yes, we do. I'm not sure if I'm going to ink that up, because that's a lot of inking, or if I'm going to do distress ink on that, make it easier on myself. Okay, this is the apple green, and we're going to throw some of this in on the highlighted parts of the leaf. Got a lot of leaves here. There we go. And they kind of run off into nowhere. If we want a little bit darker color, we'll go in with the Beech Green and put it on the tip there. Okay, blend that up. Okay, and then we have a plant at the top up here. We're just going to do it the same way. I'm trying to find the two greens I just put on my desk. Put some of the light apple. I don't know if that's a flower or if it's a leaf, but it looks kind of more like a little leaf here. And then there's a pot up here too. So whatever color we need, we can drag up there to the pot that it's in. Just random putting those in. Then we're going to go in with the Beech Green. Just blend it in with it. Add it to leaves that I missed. Okay, and we're just going to add water to it. Okay, there's very, very little water on this brush, by the way, if you're wondering. There could probably be just a bit more. Have to get that part too. I didn't get the stems. Eee. Okay, I'll let those dry. Let's see, what else can we do? Yeah, I think I will do this in Distress ink. I'm going to do the labels in pencil. So I'm thinking that we're done with the Inktense part of this. So I'm going to go ahead and let, oh, I guess that pot up there. I can do that after I ink. All right, I'm gonna let this dry and then we'll be back. Hold on a second. Okay, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and see if I can't use the Inktense to go ahead and do the cupboard doors and background here. So I just pulled out all the browns we used before, and I'm just gonna kind of color it like this door here first. That's where I'm gonna start. And we will see how we go. So this is the saddle brown. And we're going to kind of go down in the lines, kind of around the corner here, kind of up around here. I thought about using the distress ink, but I've gotten a lot of comments saying that subscribers are really liking the fact that I'm using the Inktense pencils. So what the heck, we'll go ahead and see what I can do here. I'm gonna have to bring this paper out a little bit. This is just the paper that's behind there because we are kind of gonna take this probably a little closer to the edge of the page. Okay, we're going to bring a little tan in here, just for some change of color. And a little bark. Darken the edges here. I'm going to bring in a little mustard too, just to brighten it up a little. And we'll see what this turns into, shall we? Yeah. This whole page is a kind of, let's see what happens to it down there. So, just going to kind of go around. Then activate all this color. Okay. There we go. Now it's going to have to dry, so we're going to do the other door. Same way, same colors. That's saddle brown, tan, the bark, And I think we threw some mustard in there. Just gonna make sure you get all the same colors on both sides, so it kind of looks the same. We will go in with pencil. I keep telling you that. We will, honest. And add some details. I have to turn the book. So we're just going to bring this down. And go into the corner there. Okay. There we go. All right. Look at the drawers down here. Same way. I'll do one drawer and then do the rest of them off camera. So that's the saddle brown. Let's go with the grain of the wood. Bring in a little of the tan. A little bit of the mustard. And then the bark. I'm going to go kind of on the edge here. Okay. I'll do the center drawer since it's in best light here. We're going to go over that knob too. What the heck? I don't know if you can see that drawer. Do this one too. Okay, now behind there it's going to be the same colors minus the bark. Bark. So we're not gonna touch the shelf here though. There is a shelf. We want to stay below that. This is the saddle brown. A little bit of the mustard. and a little bit of the tan. Okay, and then we're just going to blend that all in. Okay, and then we'll do the top. I gotta turn the book around though, because I need to work this way. And we'll use all 4 of those colors. Go in with the saddle brown first. Kind of using it just in the same. So we did the doors, going down with the color. Same green as the wood. Go in with some of the bark. Okay, tiny bit of mustard. And tan. And then we work on that. Start at one end and go to the other. It's okay if you go up into this line because that's going to be brown anyway. Just go across it when you're inking so it'll blend in a little bit. Okay, just go over to make sure everything's activated. There we go. All right. I think I'm going to have to let that dry before I can get the top done. But it'll be done the same way with the bark in the darkest areas. The saddle brown. Tan. Go down here with the saddle brown too. Bit of the bark. That's still a little wet there. I'm gonna be careful. And then the mustard a little bit up here. Okay, get that all wet. Okay, dry that right through his wings because he's supposed to have transparent wings. And then we'll just go across the plant there. There we go. Gonna have to go over his wings again with something. And we're just resting that brush all the way up to the top, collecting all that color, and then just dragging it across the bottom. And there we go. So again, we're going to let that dry. And we come back, we will get the little shelves. Maybe I'll do those at the end. We'll get some pencil work going first. So, see you in a little bit. Okay, we're going to get out my favorite pencils. Okay, the Derwent Lightfast. I pulled out a bunch of browns here. We're going to, I'm trying to get them up so we can see the names. I'm going to work on this little door here, and then I'm going to have to end this video, but I'm going to do some work on this door first. It's already 50-something minutes. So I have Dark Honey, Van Dyke Brown, Natural Brown, Autumn Brown, Apricot, and Chocolate. And you can see basically the colors here. They're these same colors that are on this side. This one here is an autumn brown, which is a really dark brown, which is the new one I got in my set. Apricot's a new color too. Chestnut might have been a good one too. Anyway, we're going to start off with the chocolate because I like to work backwards on these and kind of put some like knots in the wood. So with the darkest color we can put green in. We're also going to darken it up here a little bit. I tried to see, well, I went online because that's where I always go, if this door here when it's open is darker wood than the face of the cabinet, because when they close they're going to be the same color. But the inside is always more or less closed on these when they were first made, so it didn't get as much light. That's where my brain went. So it'll be darker wood on this side of the door. So I wouldn't be shadowing it up here in the dark. I'm going to shadow it down here in the dark. And we're just going to put some lines in here. I don't know, the door is going to go up and off the door here, or a page, so we might as well get it going in that direction. When I say a knot, I'm going to put like a little round circle and then just bring some of that wood green up. And since it's like on its own board here, we'll just bring that up there. Try to go a straight line. So we have a knot in the wood. And you'll want to go a little bit up with that knot. And bring some wood grain down. Darken this edge over here. I'm not sure about the shelves. Now I know it's going to sound funny. I have a china hutch downstairs. I also have two antique vitrines, is what they're called. All of mine have glass shelves in them. I would assume, because they're all antiques, that the wood pieces either were at one point lost or they had disintegrated. So they were replaced with glass shelving. They're also French pieces, so they may have come with glass in the beginning. I don't know, but I do not have shelves in mine. So I tried to look them up on the internet, Googled in china cabinets, and most of the Google results are people who have chalk painted their pieces, which you could do if you wanted to do this with chalk paint. Instead of wood grain, that would look nice. I'm going to try to make a little grain of wood here too. There we go. So just think of a tree with knots in it, or with the veins that come down. Just kind of fun to do. Then we'll just go in with another brown. This one is the autumn brown. And just kind of trace over some of those lines. So yeah, looking up was not going to be easy for me. And I'm not going to put glass shelves in there, so I think I'll do them kind of in this red color so they'll look like they're painted shelves. The one down here, see, I thought I could do a marble, but I don't think I'm that creative, so I don't think that will happen. I'll have to think on that one. So you just kind of go around and put in a bunch of different colors of the wood, putting a little green in there every now and then. And the knots, you just start off with a circle like that and bring a piece up on one side, bring the knot kind of down, and just go up again, and then bring it down a little bit. You can make it go up on the other side by doing the same thing. And then you just add in different colors to do some other work. We'll bring in some apricot here. Bring in some dark honey. And then we'll bring in some ochre of some kind, if we have one. What do we have here? Yeah, brown ochre. Gonna have to do something about that teapot if I'm gonna go to the edge here. And then brown. Do we have a brown up here somewhere? Natural brown. Bring in a little more wood grain in there. Okay, I'm going to have to draw in a little more of that teapot. And then we'll use the eraser and put the blue in there. Since we're going to the edge. This is one of the reasons I do not rinse off my little board until I'm done with the picture. So I'll always have a little bit of color there. I'll shade that in later. We'll have to bring these lines across too. So we'll have a line coming across here, a line coming across here and there to make sure we're going off the board there. I'm going to go back in with the brown ochre and just rub it up the side of the page here. Okay, just going to darken it up here. color am I using? I'm using the natural brown. Okay, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. If you want to blend that in a little better, you can use a blending stick, or you can go back in with a little bit of the Inktense. I'm going to leave it as is for right now, but that's how I'll be doing all the woodwork. And what I'll do is I'll come back in part whatever it is going to be now. I think this was 4, so we're going to do part 5, and we'll finish up the woodwork. We'll do the shelves, and I will do some pencil work on the inside in here, and also add the Posca. So I will see you in, what did I say? Part whatever's next. Okay. I hope you're enjoying, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye now.